I'm so excited for that game.
It's like Starbucks came to rob your bank.
That'd be a fun DLC pack, actually. Karen pack.
Oh no.
That would be sweet. Or a pumpkin spice pack.
I just picturing the pumpkin mask.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Pumpkin spice. And he's just like a latte is like your melee weapon.
If they bring out skins for the grenade, the latte, the hand grenade, coffee splashes everywhere. Jumps down and slides down the hill. I see shots going above his head.
So she's like, oh, great, on her one day off, you're trying to romance this Pan Am chick. I'm like, honey, it's V, it's not me. Come on.
Brought back some old Catholic school memories, did it?
Oh, man, yeah, you just... Okay, you know the DMV sloth?
I know you're going with this.
Yeah, this guy.
You're listening to On the Rewind.
Okay, and welcome back to On the Rewind, Amherst Island 101.3 FM, and Spotify, anywhere else you listen to podcasts, we're there. As well, we're also streaming on YouTube for the first time ever. This is kind of different, but we're making it work. The studio is still under construction and still has no air conditioning. And the bigger of us is doing fine, doing just fine. My shirt is almost see-through. I should not worn white today.
I may have thought ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. Okay, so how was your day?
Well, we're in the middle of a heat wave.
Yeah.
It's in September that we're having this heat wave.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fall, and it's not.
Yeah.
Not feeling like fall.
Yeah, so we're recording on September 5th, which, if you recognize that date, it's because all the power in downtown Kingston went out and Gananoque due to heat.
Yeah.
And we're recording, and it's a nice little sweaty booth for the two of us.
Yeah, no. I'm glad there's foam here, because it's going to soak up and be about 10 pounds after this. All right.
I wanted to expand it.
Okay, so just down for something I haven't told you, I finished Fallout.
Fallout 4?
Finished Fallout 4.
We're doing this in person, but
Yeah.
I'm rolling with that, looking you in the eye while we're doing it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Trying not to look at you. But yeah, finished Fallout 4, 261 hours for one run.
I think that's a modest run, considering I've seen some playtimes of upwards of 1,000 hours by my
Thank you for crashing my
old Steam friends. But mind you, those are guys that have had that Steam library and that game probably for a longer time than your PS5 run.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
That's accumulated over years, not your one playthrough.
Yeah, that's where I kind of give myself a little bit of credit, because, yeah, it was just one playthrough, not multiple, which I can't do it anymore. I have played on my PC before, but that was a burnt copy, so.
Shh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we can't say that on air.
No.
All right, so beep that out. But yeah, so it was the first time completing all the DLC, which was kind of sick. I don't know, have you ever played Fallout 4 DLC?
Fallout 4 DLC? No, I played the base edition.
Yeah, okay, so Automatron, this is spoiler alert for anyone. Automatron, all right. Doesn't really add anything except for the mechanic of building your own companion. That's the whole point. But that, like, story-wise, it's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Vault Tech DLC, it's not that fun. It's not fun at all. Like, it's building your own vault. It gives you, like, a parameter of, like, a cave that just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And the story is maybe 30 minutes. Maybe. But, Nuka World was fun. Because you had, like...
That was the one I wasn't so sure about, because it just thought it was like, okay, that's just, let's go explore the Coca-Cola factory.
Yeah, it's funny. It pretty much is... It's like a theme park, and you start off with, like, Hometown USA for Disneyland.
Okay.
So it's just like a basic-ass town, and then you have 5 parks to explore.
Mm-hmm.
And the first park is like a galactic hub. Kind of, I think there's something like that in Disneyland. But there's that. And then there's like a Kitty Kingdom. Those two are awesome. They have great stories, tons of lore, actually fun stuff to do. Then there's the Nuka-Cola factory, bland as can be. It's just all history of Nuka-Cola. Can you tell we live in a great neighborhood? Well, I do. There's that. There is the Safari Kingdom, which is all right. It instead of death claws, there's gator claws.
At least it was an ambulance.
Yeah. At least it wasn't a cop car. Gonna need a fucking ambulance in a second.
All right. While you're checking on your list there, so Starfield's coming out tomorrow for everyone to play. But if you paid $100, you get to play. You want to pass me mine? So if you pay $100, you get to play for like 5 days early. So that's where all the YouTube content and everything else is coming from right now. But if you're waiting for release, or you're playing on Game Pass, tomorrow morning is when everyone gets to play. So that's when I'll be playing, because Game Pass, you can actually try it on Game Pass. You already got it
installed. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be finding that out. We'll be talking a lot about that probably on the next recording.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I told myself I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
But then
it's on Game Pass. It's free.
Yeah, I know.
It's for you. Well, subscription free.
Yeah.
But yeah, so one thing that they had in Skyrim is this adoring fan that's annoying, that follows you everywhere, that will talk your ear off and really brown nose you.
Yeah.
To an obsessive level. And they now brought that back, and the character has a similar model where you can take a trait at character creation to have an adoring fan. One thing I thought was cool is you can have one for, and this kind of spoiled it a little bit, just aliens.
Okay.
Because I saw nothing about aliens, but then there's the alien DNA trait, and then there's Xeno loot.
So alien loot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of the leaks that have been kind of given to me. It's like, oh, so there's aliens in the game.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I thought it was all going to be humans, which kind of dumb when it's a space game, so you should expect it. But yeah.
But I'll spoil it this much. So like the first 5 minutes after your interactions and everything else like that, you learn that the people that your whole story is built around this group that has now recruited you because you found an artifact, and you experience visions. Okay. And their whole thing is, we're going to explore more space. Apparently, a lot of space has not been explored. And so kind of the whole thing is kind of like a No Man's Sky situation. Okay. Except for instead of being stranded, it's just like, these are the rocks we know, but we know there's more out there. Most people are like, but these rocks are safe.
Yeah, no one else wants to venture off. Okay.
Yeah. But then it's a group that's dedicated to exploring more.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
I just want to be a space pirate.
Yeah. Yeah. Like with the one trailer that they showed, it looked like you could pick whatever you really wanted to be, where like they showed some people that were almost like ultra wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were the ones that was that could be a career path you could go down, which is kind of sick.
Oh, fun thing. It takes a whole trait slot, and you only get 3. But you can take a trait to pay 2% of your income towards your parents, but then you have loving parents in the game.
Okay, well, does that mean my dad stays around?
And particularly, yeah, in the game at least.
Perfect.
Okay. He doesn't go for a pack of space cigarettes.
He went to go get space milk and he never came back.
Just a floating cow with a goldfish bowl over his head.
No, that's pretty sick. Okay, just to wrap off the Fallout thing, I remembered what I was gonna say. So pretty much the rest of the Nuka-Cola DLC sucks. Like it's like just you're going through the motions. Yeah. There's nothing really that's gonna pop out at you. And you already pretty much know everywhere you're going to explore, because from the top of like the mountain in the hometown, you can see everything. And that's it. All the side quests, there's not really many. It's all just collection-based stuff. Mm-hmm. But Far Harbor, pretty good.
Are you a big fan of side quests?
Yeah, tons. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Starfield, from what I'm hearing, you're just going to walk and talk to somebody and you're going to up the side quest kind of thing.
That's sick. That's pretty cool.
Sounds like too many side quests to me.
Yeah, you get
I'm
a
someone
little-
that doesn't 100% a game. I do like probably like 30% of side quests and then 100% of the main story.
Yeah, see, I do 100% side quests, no races, and no collectibles.
Yeah, I don't really do. If I find the odd collectible, which usually like in a Fallout run, I'll find a couple of bobbleheads, but not all of them.
Yeah, yeah. Like I usually get about a third of them, but that's mostly because I go to every place. In Fallout, I went to every single place you could go.
Mhm.
I just don't look through it top to bottom. And I don't read every single terminal, but for the most part, I like doing all the side quests just because they seem fun.
Yeah,
And like some of them are really boring. Some of them are just go fetch this and bring this back. But like some of them are actually kind of like anyone that's a heist. The heist
Yeah.
side quests are always sick.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
No, we're both like Payday fans at heart.
yeah. That's the reason I didn't want to get Starfield.
Yeah, but if you think about it, it's enough time to if you blast through the main story, which I know you just said you like doing all the side quests.
It just said I can't do it.
Don't worry, I'll tell you the ending so you don't have to. We can just go play
I
Payday
would
3.
ruin you. Yeah, you would know.
Last in studio recording
I was
ever.
gonna say. An episode just uploads,
Yeah.
and it's just Derek was in a car accident.
Yeah, I got an update on Freckles for you.
Yeah.
So you remember Freckles, the one that we did the little extended edition on?
Right,
Yep.
right, yeah.
So he's very deep into Factorio right now. Are you familiar with what that game is?
No.
Creating an automated factory.
Okay.
We both work in the same factory. But it's one of those things like if you have OCD and you like efficiency,
Yeah.
it's a game for you. And there's
Yeah.
plenty of people like that. And it was kind of funny because he's like, he just got it this weekend, right? He comes up to me at work. He's like, I already got 30 hours in the game. And I'm like, not 36? You didn't dedicate the full 12? And he's just like, I had to go visit the missus's grandma for 4 hours.
Jeez.
And he's like, I know I haven't dedicated enough, but I'm just gonna laugh.
I will say, if you like factory games, the one that I kind of was looking at that you might like is the Astroneer. Have you heard of that one?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's all about it's another space.
Wait, is
game.
it Astroneer? Is that the one that's really colorful and you're like the little blob and you're walking around the planet making oxygen lines?
I think so. Yeah. Am I saying that even close to right?
Because if it's the colorful one, it's like I think I actually have that. I played that for a little bit.
Yep, Astroneer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. It looks super fun. I've only ever seen people play it, but it always looks fun. But the cool part is, if you get your factory big enough,
I never looked at it as a factory game. It just looked like, let's explore. Oh, I have a leash.
yeah,
I just wanted a car.
you can get cars with
I know.
oxygen, sir, but like, you can also make like a train system from your factories. You can have like reactive plutonium power plants.
I had no idea this was a factory game. There's no wonder I fell off it. Like, I'm like, oh, I explored. Oh, I'm just collecting things. Okay, my oxygen ring's pretty big. Okay, what do I do now?
Yeah, it gets so intricate to the point where you bring life back to this planet.
Mhm.
Like it turns from red to like brown to eventually has greenery because you're like oxygenating it and all that
Yeah.
and like actually providing life to it. But you can go too far with non-green power and like nuclear power where you can kill the planet. And it actually has environmental consequences and stuff like that, which is kind of fun to watch.
Like actual like more natural disasters, more storms and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, and the planet like gets smoggy and stuff like that, because like people have created like your coal factory is like a continent. Like some people have made huge factories, and you
Yeah.
have to take a train over to your power district or something like that, where it's like the size of Kingston. It's like all dedicated to making sure power is upkept and then moved. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the fact of like, I just imagine little people like living and working there where it's like, oh, where do you live? It's like, oh, Watertown. It's like, oh, in New York, it's like, no, just the place that provides water for the colony.
Yeah, but they get the cleanest water
All right, yeah. Then there's sewage.
though.
It's just one continent of just dealing with sewage. But yeah, It's just kind of cool.
Do you live in the undergrounds or the above grounds?
Oh,
It's like Scott's campaign.
oh yeah, like different levels.
Yeah.
But yeah. If you're really into factory games, that's kind of one where like, at least you're not. At least it's a little fun.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I thought about getting into that food truck simulator. Have you seen that?
Oh.
So you start off in like the tutorials, like you're serving a hamburger, and then like after you do the serving bit, you're like, all right, let's go meet your supplier. Let's go meet your garage where you should set up shop, and eventually you can expand it to where you have a restaurant attached to your food truck.
Oh.
It's one of those ones like simulators just blew up entirely. It's kind of cultivated the whole gaming space in a sense because you got everything from farming simulator to drug dealer simulator.
Yeah, internet cafe simulator.
Yeah.
Apparently that one's really buggy. Okay, I kind of like that though. You know, something I really want to try simulator-wise is cooking. The cooking simulator.
They have that for VR.
I know. That's the one I want to try because it seems kind of cool. But like, also it'd be great to be co-op, but it's not co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know how fun that would be. You just yelling "Yes, chef,"
Yeah.
and then just throwing something at me.
Fun story about work that I can
Yeah.
talk about. So I was building this whole big frame. I was about to grab my phone to show you, but that's the thing that's doing the live here. So I built this whole big frame. Finally got it in the unit.
Yeah.
With motors mounted and all, which was a pain. And the second I was trying to line it up, everybody flocked towards what I was doing on the crane. Everybody, and everyone wanted to put their 2 cents in. It was just me and like 2 other guys.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then people were taking the drawings and like, oh yeah, you gotta do this, that. And I was like, so I kind of walked away.
Yeah.
And I came back and they're like, where'd you go? I'm like, oh, I was waiting for you to get out of my kitchen.
That's fun.
That's the nicest way I've ever been able to tell someone, get their hands off what I'm doing without cussing at them. It's just like, your hands are in my kitchen where they don't need to be.
Yeah.
Go to your kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm cooking this.
That's when you drop it. In my experience, anytime I try to be cocky at work, is the second I will drop it.
Yeah.
I'll ruin 50 grand worth of equipment. Anytime I've tried to kind of look cool.
Yeah, except for your 50 grand is $1 million worth of equipment.
Yeah, no, I know. I would just accidentally just be stuck on, and all those people that I told to F off would just watch it go by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got it centered one way, and it's kind of funny because they did take over a bit, and I let them. It's like, all right, let's see what they can do.
Yeah.
And they're like, they measured it from the wrong point. They pulled it to one side and everything else like that, but they needed to center it width-wise.
Yeah.
But the drawing doesn't tell them the width. And I'm like, all right, but it shows that it's center in the drawing. All right, I can work with that.
Yeah.
So I literally just measured the outside, and then I measured the inside, and then I measured from what the walls would be, made sure everything was square first. And then I just measured to the center of where the rotor is that the fan goes around. The center of that, because I know that's dead center. And I just adjusted that.
Yeah.
I treated that wall 0. I got it to like 30 seconds, which is, if you look at a imperial measuring tape, that line's not even on it. It's between 2 lines. So I'm like, all right, I'll round down once, like to the nearest 16th.
Yeah.
It's 1/16 off. I'm happy.
Yeah.
But I got the width done. And then by the time they got their hands out of my kitchen and I got to do that, it's like, oh, it's 5 minutes till the end of the day. Guess who's not there tomorrow? Because I got to take the missus to an appointment. Then I already booked that off.
That's going to be fun to watch. Yeah.
So I'm wondering what I'm coming back to on Thursday. I drew marker lines on the side, so if I see one of the marker lines too exposed, I know they screwed up.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And usually I don't talk down about anybody, but I'm just like, it was a lot of people all at once trying to get their hands into what I was doing. And I'm like, I appreciate your eagerness to help or just do something at work. Get out of my kitchen.
Yeah.
Because when you're going from 3 people to like 10 people handling one thing,
yeah,
it don't go well.
Even if they're all giving really good advice, it all gets kind of jumbled in together.
Yeah.
That's the only problem, right? And I did want to say we have been picking up lately Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
That's been really fun.
Family.
Oh my god, I've been having so much fun, which is funny because I'm not a big Dead by Daylight fan at all.
No, but you're co-op killers, right?
Yeah, so it's fine.
And we only got smoked the one round.
Yeah.
we're all for escape. Otherwise, we're like, pretty good murderers.
Yeah.
So, one thing I noticed with that game, though, is that there's a lot of routes for escaping, and I feel like we need to start playing some rounds as survivors. Mostly because we don't know all the ways out. The more, I feel like we need to start dabbling in that, so that way we can, actually not let them escape.
Well, see, the one thing I want to know is what are they going for? Like, what are they...
There's like 3 ways to escape every map.
Yeah, but are they like... Because, you have to do generators in Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, so there are generators, there's pipes,
Okay.
and then the other one is just sneak past everybody.
So if you just sneak past people, you can get to
So
those...
you know that one at the gas station?
Yeah.
Where Johnny spawns, there's 2 doors with locks that if they make it through the whole map and pick lock both those doors,
They're out.
they're out.
Okay. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I kind
But
of
it's
like that a lot.
completely on the other side. When we're on that map, I have to navigate the whole map to get to you.
I kind of like that, though. Because And
there's lots of bushes in that map. You could make it that far.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah. Like, the one thing I started doing at our last playthrough was actually checking coolers and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just addressing this.
Oh, of course. Is actually checking coolers and stuff because that was getting, like... We couldn't find anyone. That one round, all 4 left.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just getting screwed left, right, and center.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Oh, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because it is free on Game Pass, and I'm kind of loving it.
That, and we've been hitting Need for Speed a bit.
Yeah.
The Unbound, which didn't get the greatest reviews from the people that like doing like the steering wheel and stuff like that because of the drifting.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more... You don't have to earn it as much. You just hit a button for it.
Yeah, it's user-friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that also allows someone like you and me who don't play a lot of those games to be like, yeah, I did the sick drift.
Yeah, and then also go right into a concrete wall really,
Just
really
stop
easily.
following me. I know I'm going off the road.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else does this in racing games because I'm kind of new to them. But, like, I'll just be going, and then I'll be following Derek, and he'll just at the last second... I'll notice he's going off the road into like a pole or something like that, and
I got that grip turn going, and I can't. It just won't pull in that much more to save me.
Yeah, and I'm just following you right over the edge. I don't know. It's kind of like a ride or die situation.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like, but yeah. At least I got my Dream Beamer in it, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, so I almost shot the gun on it last paycheck, but I was gonna get us hoodies with on the Rewind logo. I'm so glad I haven't gotten us hoodies yet. I'm gonna wait till it gets a little bit cooler, because we would just be wearing it, looking at the camera, going,
Already, I can't imagine what's looking like because we have the deal with the merchandising company. We need to wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, speaking of like Game Pass and that sort of stuff, PS Plus this month has Saints Row on it.
Yeah. It's also on like for $20 on Steam.
Yeah. It just went on. Today is September 5th. Just went on PS Plus.
Is that for the PS4 or is it for the PS5 though?
Probably PS5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And August 31st, 5 days ago, their company went under. Velcro?
I thought they already bankrupt.
Completely. No, it was defunct. Like it was wiped 5 days ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
so no more updates.
Yeah, like not just bankrupt, not around anymore. Just gone.
Here's our last game for free.
Yeah.
We're gone.
Yeah, and they haven't even fixed it yet.
Yeah. Oh, and it was like they had such the potential for a banger.
Yep.
Like, I get the whole like wanting to be socially conscious, but the whole point of the Saints Row, especially like Saints Row 2, was these characters that you knew were not good people, and you kind of accepted that, and then there's the humor you got to enjoy through them.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like anyone played that. It's like I'm gonna be the next top G gangbanger.
Yeah.
Because I played Saints Row 2. It's like, oh, Shondi's a drug addict and she's a character and a little funny banter. And at the beginning, when you're talking to Johnny Gat and you took over your first hideout, there's a lot of jokes about the potential of the place.
Yeah. But, like, it's not in your face all the time. This
No.
is trying to be the funniest thing you could ever imagine.
It's like GTA 4 with comedic breaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where GTA 4 is just very serious Russian immigrant trying to make his way, got caught up in with the wrong crowd.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I think it was 3 where it, like, it's still...
It went to pop star, kind of like...
Yeah.
It went to influencer before influencers were a huge thing.
Actually, yeah. I kind of like that, though. I kind of like that
Yeah.
it was like the gang members are so prominent that they're influencers now, but now they've lost respect in different gangs because they're now...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when a mumble rapper tries to actually join a gang. It's like, no. You're from high school.
I don't know, if they bring in enough money, that might work. Don't try it. What at home kids.
But yeah, that's something I wanted to bring up.
Because you're talking to a guy that has a voice for country but loves metal.
Yeah.
That's own personal issues there, but
You would have a really good country voice. Sorry, that's what the pause was for. You would
Yeah.
have a great-
Well, I think it's like,
you got the twang in you.
well, when I sing Sean James songs, it
Yeah.
definitely comes out. But
Turn the lights down low.
turn the lights down low.
Just turn the video off.
Fade to black. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
It's going good. Really great, phenomenal game. Ooh. For me personally, though, I'm a co-op gamer, and I've been playing a single player, so I keep falling off of it, unfortunately.
Even with something you absolutely love, you
I
just
know.
can't single player a game.
I could do Cyberpunk once.
Yeah. But like, holy crap, man.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
love co-op games, and I'm running out of people to play with. Get it?
Yeah, I know. It's funny too because I think I already talked to you about this, but I've noticed that you work in a factory all day, so you don't talk to as many people.
Yeah.
So you want to talk to people afterwards. I spend all day
At a
talking
gas
to
station,
people.
talking to people.
And hopefully no one watches this, but like 80% of the people I really don't feel like talking to. So I'm pushing, really pushing to try and talk to these people
Yeah.
and like making stuff up. So when I get home, I'm like, I didn't even talk to Kayla.
Oh.
No, we say a few words, but like when something's on, with like, there's not much commentary. I'm just sitting there just enjoying it.
Well, you're
just
both
soaking
customer
it.
service workers, right? In a sense, like between her doing the gas bar and then the cinema.
No, she's out of the cinema now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing contracting.
Oh.
Yeah, so she is at the gas bar a few times, but like that's only...
Well, I'm
4
glad that
times a
picked
week.
up for her then.
Yeah, no, that's pretty sweet. But like, it's kind of sucked because now she's on the opposite end, where she's with you, where like, she doesn't talk to people all day.
No, she wants to talk to people.
Yeah, no, she wants to talk when we go home, which is fine, but it's just, yeah, after like trying to put on a fake smile with a bunch of people when I'm really tired, it's like, I don't have to fake a
So
smile
what we gotta do
with
is
you.
slowly convert you to blue collar or something.
You know how much I'd complain? I'm
Yeah.
like, I have bruises though.
Well, don't worry. I remember the comments up north the one time. It's like, it's so hard. I just press a button.
Yeah, no. Manual labor for me is just not in the cards
Yeah.
anymore. I figured out.
It shouldn't be in the cards for me either with all the work injuries I got, but it's the only thing I'm good at.
Oh yeah, your back is getting worse. Eh?
Back in the knees, but that's why I'm the one wearing shoes with proper good insoles, and you're in bare feet right now. Or socks.
Yeah, I need to get. Actually, speaking of being a cashier, I need to get one of those mats here. That'd be
Yeah.
kind of smart. I just kept buying more and more stuff.
I get like a
for
bar
this.
stool too, so we could swap out.
I got nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have that step stool right now, but Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is something you might find interesting. Dying Light 2 is getting a Payday 2 DLC.
Is it just gonna be like the cosmetic masks?
It's literally Dalton's mask.
Yeah.
Certain points, like a small mission. That's not really. It's probably a collecting thing. And then they showed a money bill. I don't know if that's a weapon, if that's a throwable, what it's gonna be. It's weird to me that they're getting a Payday 2 DLC in the future when the 21st is going to be Payday 3.
It's probably Payday 2 because of the assets.
I guess, yeah, they have a lot more to work off of. But yeah, I don't know. It's just weird to me. But yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Payday 3,
Yeah.
they showed off the 2 new heisters. You know how we were betting on it's gonna be one guy, one girl, or
Yeah.
Something. 2 women, Joy and then Pearl. Pearl, I think, is a new one completely, but Joy was
Yeah,
one towards the end.
I remember Joy, but okay. What's Pearl's backstory?
I'm not too sure, but she's got the blonde, and she's got like I don't know if it's like a white sport coat or if it was like a leather jacket.
Okay.
She's got like the white business suit woman looking thing
That's kind of
going on.
Okay. Yeah. I'm so excited for that game.
It's like Starbucks came to rob your bank.
That'd be a fun DLC pack, actually. Karen pack.
Oh no,
That would be sweet. Or a pumpkin spice pack.
I just picturing the pumpkin mask.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Pumpkin spice. And he's just like a latte is like your melee weapon.
If they bring out skins for the grenade, the latte, the hand grenade, coffee splashes everywhere.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
So, yeah.
Payday.
Yeah, that's where we went on that one.
And then kind of, I know you told me to tackle news, but I'm not good at this. So the one is, traditionally, if you were getting a back tattoo, it would be multiple sessions, and you're looking at about like,
At least $1,000.
yeah, well, yeah, that's with like no coloring and no, just the
Yeah,
outline.
my pricing for tattoos is dated like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So I know inflation and everything else like that. My budgeting for tattoo market's
Yeah.
completely void in this situation.
And it used to be extremely, extremely painful. Well, a new company out of, I think actually New York, has started up a new practice that is kind of controversial to a lot of tattoo people, where you can get a full back tattoo or full chest tattoo in 3 hours.
Is it done by machine?
Nope. It's done by a full medical staff that keeps you knocked out, and by 6 tattoo artists that are all working on one section of your back at once.
That sounds expensive.
Extremely expensive.
Like at least $10,000.
Yeah.
With the medical, probably whatever chemicals they're using.
Anesthesia,
Yeah, the
yeah.
anesthesia. And then you got how many tattoo artists to pay for their time?
Exactly. And then the art itself? Yeah.
Yeah.
But where it's becoming very controversial is...
The unconsciousness?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the legal idea is that you have to be consenting, which means you have to be awake. And the only medical term for like first aid is that if someone's unconscious and you're not able to wake them,
Yeah.
then there's an automatic consent for medical treatment.
Yeah. The
Which is how people get not sued when they inject someone with Narcan that's OD'd.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, because you have to consent to everything.
Yeah.
But the consent isn't an issue because they actually fill out all the legal paperwork. Where the problem is, and I don't know, I want your opinion on this, is a lot of old tattoo heads are like, you didn't earn it because you didn't go through the pain. Because you're knocked out.
To me, that's the whole thing of like, like the starving artist.
Yes?
The whole like you have to suffer in order to be a great artist.
Yeah.
To me, that's nonsense.
Okay.
Like I get it. Like, well, I got my tattoo done twice in the same sitting.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like how light it was, and I asked him if he could go darker. And he's like, "You got a spare hour? I won't charge you." And I said, "Sure." So I got the same tattoo. That's a nice size forearm piece, done twice in one sitting. So it's like I get the pain aspect, and like right along the bottom of the arm there, that was the most sensitive.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of the shading happened too. So, as in your very tatted yourself, and unless you got the rubbing cream, and there's rubbing cream now that for the numbness and that people use and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Does that make that any less worth it?
Some people say it. A lot of people are thinking that. I don't do the rubbing cream personally, but I will when
I would do it if I did it on the knuckles or anything like that.
When I get my feet done. I actually have a thing where I'm soaking them for like an hour beforehand. Where like
you're gonna have your missus drive you.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna be hobbling in.
You're gonna need a walker.
Yeah, because your like full feet are gonna be numb.
You're gonna do one at a time at least, so you got one leg to walk on. Not even a leg to stand on.
No,
you're gonna suck at every argument that day.
Oh god. The whole thing is too. I don't know how I'm gonna, because like your feet are gonna swell too, right?
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be. Oh my god, you can't wear shoes for a while.
Well, there's the muscle relaxer, and there's like the ointments you can rub on once you can take the wrap off.
Yeah.
That's gonna feel weird having the wrap and in the socks. That's a whole sweaty area. You're gonna have to be a flip flop guy for a while.
Yeah, I'm not a really big sweaty guy though, so that's okay. That joke only hits for people that are watching the live stream, by the way.
Yeah, we may as well be the knockoff Bert podcast with the guts out.
Oh my god. Yeah. So that actually, it's just kind of funny. It's something that a lot of people are fighting on. Personally, myself, even with my whole, because I kind of had a little bit of a stigma over like the rubbing cream and stuff like that, where I was like, I can't.
What do you think about it though?
That's where I'm kind of divided, because well, you know me, I'm like, I'll have an opinion, but I never think that other people should have that opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I never push my opinion on anyone.
Yeah, but I still want yours.
Yeah, I know. So like, and I'm always just, people do what you want. Personally, when I get offered rubbing cream, I'm just like, no, I can deal with this myself, and
I would probably do the same in all honesty, because I'm like, I got that. The only ones that, like I said, it would be like the hand tattoos.
Yeah.
Anything where I already got arthritis.
Yeah, because that's just gonna hurt a little bit more. But like when I got my ribs tattooed,
like if I got anything around the knee area or right below it or right above it, no cream.
That's gonna suck. Yeah.
But if it's on like the calf or the thigh, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'd be picky with it, but for the most part, it's like I wouldn't do it unless I feel like I needed it.
Yeah. Because I wear it as like a personal badge of pride, not one I gloat to people, but where I was just like, I got my ribs tattooed and I didn't get cream.
Yeah. On a touchier like subject, like mine is over top of a lot of self-harm scars.
Yeah.
Right? Not because I'm a masochist, but there's just, unhealthy coping mechanisms and stuff like that. Haven't done it in a long time. Don't recommend it. If you're in that, please look up your local suicide hotline. But secondly, it's just like, so that was kind of like a stepping stone for me.
Yeah.
But to say to someone, it's like, well, no, like you don't have any scars on you. Why are you covering up your skin?
Yeah.
Right. So like to me, that's like the same mentality. It's the only thing I understand. Like the only thing I get from like, let the artist do is don't shave your arms before it. Let them do it, because that way you don't have any rough skin.
Oh yeah.
At the time, like there's certain things that you don't want to do that you're thinking, oh, maybe let's consider it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like no pain, no gain, it's like there's plenty of people that work out just the right amount consistently where they're not hurting the next day and they see gains over time.
Yeah.
Right? Why should this be any different?
Yeah. Also, just a quick note for the rubbing cream. Go to your tattoo artist for the rubbing cream, just for certain things.
Yeah, have them apply it.
Yeah, just thought about that. But no, I totally agree with that.
And I get the sense of like pride, and there's like I had a little bit of enjoyment through the pain.
Yeah.
Right? Not as in like a sadistic or masochistic way. There's just like it's a sensation, right? It's the same release you get from that. That's why people get addicted to getting tattoos. I mean, just look at yourself.
Yeah. Personally, yeah.
So there's an aspect where there's the culture around that where that pain is getting the ink. You have something beautiful after the pain. You have a release.
Yeah.
You have something that's yours on you forever.
Yeah.
So I get the sentiment behind that.
No, that's fair. I also, where I keep that pride with the whole never using the rubbing cream. I also can't lie, it'd be pretty awesome just for 2 hours, and all of a sudden I wake up with a back tattoo.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like kind of at odds with myself, where it's like, I'll take the blow to my own personal pride because I don't care what anyone else thinks. If I have a full back tattoo and a full front chest tattoo, and I just went and had a nap,
Just someone like you get both done in the same session, so it's like someone just
Yeah.
like flip you, like like an oven pizza or like a hot pocket in the oven,
Oh
just
my
flip you and do the other side,
that's funny because I was imagining like
just like a
the-
big spatula.
I was imagining like the 10-minute oil change where they have the bay underneath. And they see my moobs poking through.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where I can't fault anyone because that's pretty awesome. If you can just have a nap and wake up with like a month's worth of pain and also billing and all that, where you just pay one big price and you like in an afternoon can have everything done, everything dealt with. You only have to go through one after treatment of stuff. That's all you need. That's kind of sick. That's kind of awesome. That's so much less work.
Yeah. Speaking of less work, I heard. Did you cheat in finding out which twin I work with?
No, I tried to, but I couldn't.
All right. So what's your final answer on that?
I'm gonna say Jordan.
The
Frank. Damn, I
reason
had
why I thought you got the answer was he came up to me today and he's like, apparently talking to your stepdad, and apparently your stepdad knows I'm a close friend of yours. So I'm like, aw.
That's okay. Yeah, because I did ask him.
And he asked Jake, he's like, do you work with a Derek? I don't know his last name. And they said some last name with a B instead of an M.
Oh, okay.
And he's just like, it's like, what's your last name again? Like, Macaulay.
Yeah.
And then carried on, and then it's like, oh yeah, it's one of Adam's closest friends. And I'm like, oh, even other people know. It's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have insecurities.
Okay. Well, yeah.
It was nice to hear. But it was a cute thing, but I'm just like, it's like, so I'm like, oh, you got the answer for the night of the podcast.
No, I didn't actually. It never got back to me because yeah, I just I was supposed to ask you, but I knew you weren't going to tell me where you worked because you knew what I was going to be doing. But yeah, I just asked him.
I would have
and-
told you.
Well, it was just funny because just for context for people, at Derek's work, there is one of my cousins. It is Jake, and he has a twin brother named Jordan. So I go to my dad and I ask him, I'm like, which one of the twins works with air conditioners? I know one of them works with industrial size air conditioners. And he goes, well, actually, I forget which one, but one of them actually just got a job at industrial air conditioning, and one had already had a job at an industrial air conditioning place for years now. So my only lead dried up in seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I remembered in my head, I knew one of them worked with air conditioners a while ago because their mom told me in passing at Jordan's wedding. So, well, blank celebration, but yeah.
Speaking of which, that back tattoo with all those surgeons is going to cost as much as your wedding does.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you about Italy, right?
I know you thought about a destination wedding.
We're finally, just for anyone who's living in Canada or anything like that, we're looking at a wedding right now. 20 grand, one night, chip truck food, and like, we're not really going all out here.
Yeah.
We're going mid-range. We're not going to a hall or anything like that. We're going to a venue place, but like,
Halls are pretty cheap, though.
oh, halls are very cheap, but yeah, we want just like one step above, and it went from like 2 grand to like 12 grand, and I was like, oh, is there no in between there? And they're like, there is one, but like you get a barn with no running water. Okay, is there gonna be like anything in the fields? It's like barren. It's like
Decorate it as you please, then, right?
the decorating as you please is just like doing crops of sunflowers 5 months out. But yeah, so pretty much we looked at that, and it was gonna be 20 grand for one night, and then it was going to be another, we guessed like 10 grand for a honeymoon. We didn't really know where, but we're setting 10 grand, at least a couple.
Cuba's pretty cheap. It's like 2 grand.
Right? So like 10 grand would buy us like a month. month and a bit out there. So we were thinking about that. And then we looked up just on a whim, because I think a hairdresser said something, to be honest. But they were like, why don't you just do a destination wedding? I'm like, well, yeah, but then you expect family and friends to go out there and go, no. You elope at destination. Then you come back and have like small celebrations with people. So for 20 grand, we get our wedding and our honeymoon on a villa on top of a mountain with a vineyard in Tuscany, Italy, and then we get married on Lake Como.
The way you said that, you rehearsed that.
Oh, so much, yeah. Because I'm trying to convince my grandmother, who's like crying in her arms because it's not in a church in Ontario, Canada.
Yeah.
So I have to have a good speech ready.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be one.
Was it enough? Or not yet?
Hasn't happened yet. But yeah, that would be the place.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right.
Hopefully the weather's good.
Yeah, I know. That's the part. It's like overlooking a lake you're on top of a mountain.
Just a thunderstorm.
Okay, well, that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Well, no, that would kind of probably signify divorce if a lightning strike was between us. I think that's not really good. But
just don't read into the omen.
Yeah, I can't. I can't not. But yeah, so looking into that, and I could probably rent a really, really nice car for like a whole month.
Just what was that car from, like the Italy heist? You know the one I'm talking about.
Like a Fiat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, that's the problem. It's like every single time I'm like, no, we should do it in Ontario. All of a sudden I'll be like, just all I want is white pants and white dress shirts with only 2 buttons done up. And just a big collar flaring out and my chest hair going, and a gold chain. And I just want to wear that for like a month. Just walking around and just, oh yeah.
If you think it's humid now, just wait till you're over there.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get acclimated.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Is like,
we're so out of shot.
I'll take that any day. Because they do not need to see this.
Yeah. He's putting on a show for me while I think about our next topic here.
Oh, I got a little bit for you.
Yeah?
There is...
Alright. So tell me about this extra $100.
Okay, so airlines, because of so much complaining, are making adult-only sections on airplanes.
That's worth an extra $100.
Exactly.
I would pay an extra $100.
Right? I love it. And they're smart. Of course, charge for that. And not only that, all the moms are upset. So they're like, oh, you're putting us together. It's like, no, it's good because now you don't have to be worried about your kids screaming.
All the kids are screaming.
Yeah, you don't have to worry if you're like bothering someone.
Because you're all bothered.
Yeah, and it's really telling in my mind if you're a mom and you're like, no, that's not fair. It's like, so you like that it's all of our problems now. It's like, no. If I was a mom, I'd be ecstatic. Because I'd be like...
Because then you're with other moms that understand.
Everyone gets it around me. Everyone is okay with it. There's no, like, worrying. Because I would constantly have a lump in my throat thinking I'm ruining everyone's
You know how
day.
airplanes are always overbooked? Imagine you pay $100 and they still shove you in the back.
As long as it's away from a kid, man.
No, I meant like shove you in the back with it because all the front seats are sold.
Oh,
because they always overbook planes.
Imagine you pay for it.
Because they don't actually expect... It's like gyms. They don't expect everybody to show up.
Which is so funny. I don't get that. I understand it, but it's like, really? You're like...
I mean, I get gyms. I've had a membership for, I don't know, since before COVID. And since the beginning of COVID, I've gone maybe 20 times.
Yeah. But like with planes, that's a little different story where it's like, if I book that ticket, I'm expecting to go. Yeah. I'm like booking things around the day I land because I can't afford to take an extra day off just in case I don't go. But
yeah.
Imagine, because you know how it's just a curtain?
Yeah.
Imagine you get the non-kids, but you're at the very edge of that divider.
Yeah.
It's just a curtain separating you from 20 of them screaming.
Just an echo chamber.
Oh, yeah. Like, and that's
they need to add like soundproofing and stuff like that, closed door.
Yeah, because like it's Now you're just grouping them all together, so it's just one big noise in a metal tube.
Yeah.
I never even thought of that.
And the soundproofing, if it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And you know how kids are messy. You know how
Yeah.
kids throw up and they sneeze.
Oh yeah, just covered in yeah.
Just baby vomit.
Oh, that's a visual.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was just something that I read. I was like, no freaking way. I kind of love that. Oh, you're reading The Burning Man?
No, I was reading the Sticking It Out, but yeah, that's under the Burning Man.
Oh yeah.
So I'm surprised. I've never been. I understand the concept. Simpsons referenced it a couple times, and actually a lot of anime shows have referenced Burning Man.
Oh yeah.
And that's about my knowledge of it. Other than that's purely like a drug fueled sensation.
Yeah, it's like
with pretty
Coachella
fire.
before Coachella. It's kind of like a Woodstock-esque, where it's just you go out to the desert, you listen to music, you do tons of drugs, and there's an orgy almost all the time. But they've had trouble in the past, and what's really kicked off this whole problem that's happening with this Burning Man, I keep wanting to say Coachella, is that they always leave enormous amounts of trash.
Yeah.
Like enormous. And it's supposed to kind of be a hippy dippy festival.
Yeah.
Sort of trying to be that. So it's kind of funny
It's
that.
trying to be the Woodstock.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny when it always is leaving horrendous amounts of trash.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, everyone's hungover. They don't give anything about the environment.
Exactly. And the people that they are moving in are being. Because when I first started, it was like whoever we can get is the band.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have enough money to actually bring good people over, but they have private jets. And that's killing the environment even quicker. So they've had roadblocks.
But they also burn a giant wooden structure that's smoke and ozone and carbon.
Yeah, I know.
And usually from what I've seen, it's in the desert where there's not that many trees that convert that. So that's air quality of that area diminishing.
We're not, yeah, no. You don't have to tell me. I don't get
I'm not the most educated person, but I am somewhat educated.
Yeah. Yeah. So they, there's been protests about it, blocking people to going there. There's actually a video of a highway patrol men ramming their blockade, just going straight through, which is kind of nuts. And also because of, I think it was something to do with the water, like I think rain in the desert or something like that, like amount of water. I have to look it up, but they're dealing with like a foot of mud right now.
Really?
In the whole thing where people have brought in like RVs and stuff like that, and they're stuck there. People are like trying to leave, but you need like.
You just need some Canadian tires. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Some mud and snows, and you're good to go.
Oh, people buy those sport Broncos and think that they're off-roaders, but like the tire tread is like.
It's for streets.
Yeah, like my phone is probably more of a tread than that, but yeah. So a lot of people.
The else's on my hand probably have more of a tread than that from all the blue collar work.
Yeah, so like people are getting stuck out there, and it was just kind of funny to me that it's been just one big mess after the other, but then you have the true hippy dippy people that are sticking it out and making mud sculptures together, just high on whatever. And I kind of gotta commend those people. I know you don't have power right now, or water, or very little food, so hope you're doing well.
Yeah, just one big sandbox.
Yeah. And with that and our preview, I think we will call that for the Amherst Island broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us on The Rewind. This has been broadcast on Amherst Island 101.3 FM, and we are going to be doing an extended edition on Spotify. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Adam.
I'm Derek.
Let's rewind. We can do it because we're in person.
Yep.
Welcome back to On the Rewind.
Okay, and welcome back to On the Rewind. We just finished our broadcast on 101.3 FM, Amherst Island Radio, and now we are back on Spotify and anywhere you listen to podcasts for our extended edition. All right, Derek, you want to take us off?
Yeah, sure. So I'll start us off with the games coming in October. We're in September. We've already gone off about the list. Payday 3 is probably our most anticipated after Starfield coming out tomorrow. But games releasing in October, we got Total War Pariah, which, if you're familiar with the Total War series, that's a strategy game where you're controlling troops, settlements, upgrading. Kind of like the factory thing we were talking about previously, but instead you're going to war.
Yeah, okay.
With a bunch of fantasy. Warhammer Darktide, which we've played together once, but I was a big fan of, which is like kind of like a grimdark game, also kind of like a Left 4 Dead situation, but through the Warhammer and the future tech kind of area. It's in the 40k universe for those that are familiar with that. And it's getting remastered and brought to the newest consoles, like the PS5 and the Xbox Series
X?
Well, I think it's just the Xbox Series because you got your X and S.
Okay, yep.
Because it's, I don't know, I just remember people calling the Xbox One the Xbone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only way I know which console I'm talking about.
Yeah,
To the Xbone or the Xbone series.
Yeah, I had to Google which one it was to get my controller for PC.
Yeah.
Just wish they could do regular numbering system.
We're going to be seeing Assassin's Creed Mirage on the 5th, which is the newest installment. It takes place before Valhalla with one of the characters that accompany you.
Okay. Where's it set?
Middle East.
Nice.
Then we have Detective Pikachu Returns on the Switch, October 6th. I might have to check that out because I like Detective Pikachu.
What's the storyline? Is it literally just your Pikachu solving mysteries?
I think so.
Okay.
Then we got Wildcard Football, which is just kind of one of those football managers. That's coming out on the 10th. And then Forza Motorsport, which is coming also out on the 10th. And Forza is a big brand. Usually it's the high end. It's the ones that you see everyone building up like a whole lab set around, like the steering wheel, the multiple monitors, so they see all the point of views. Yeah. It's one of those games.
Some people literally just only game that game.
It's like people that play flight simulators.
Yeah. It's like they don't really consider themselves like gamers. They consider themselves Forza players. So that's all they do.
There's a couple other titles I'll run through real quick. We got Lords of the Fallen on the 13th, Sonic Superstars on the 17th, and Endless Dungeon on the 19th. Might check out the Endless Dungeon one.
Yeah.
But Marvel Spider-Man 2 comes out October 20th on the PS5.
Dope. Okay, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, they're introducing Venom into the series with this installment, and on the same day, Switch isn't left too far behind that we're getting a Super Mario Bros. Game, Wonder.
Okay.
I think it's kind of a continuation of the last what they did with the Super Mario, with the Super Mario Galaxy and the one that was before that.
Yeah.
Like, that's 3D Mario, but it's, I don't know. I still think of all the 3D Mario games as just 3D Mario because of all the 2D installments.
Yeah, it was literally the
And then the N64 was like, you're 3D Mario now.
But then with Galaxy, it actually took it up
a notch.
Huge notch, yeah.
Lord of the Rings, Return to Moira. I don't know if that's an installment or continuation of Shadow of War.
Yeah.
Or Shadow of Mordor. I'd have to check further into that. But for those that are interested in city management games, that like SimCities and all the older ones, we got City Skylines 2 coming to PC, PS5, the Xbox Series. And have you ever seen a City Skylines game?
I actually have. Yeah. It I like when YouTubers play it because there's all the disasters you can do.
They always get more, and I like the idea of not having to manage the crisis myself. But I do pick up, like, I have the first one, and I played that, and I was like, I didn't really have any crises. I kind of just subverted all of them. It was not an interesting playthrough whatsoever.
Yeah. Well, you can actually toggle them on to be more frequent.
Yeah.
I think YouTubers do that just because it's actually something.
It's content.
Yeah, something that's happening. But yeah, I like kind of. Have you been a big city builder? Have you ever been into that?
I get in and out of it. Like it's once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
It's like I like games in the sense that it's like you earn the city building.
Yeah.
Like, so there's a game called Kenshi where you start off as an individual and it's kind of like you're building up your skills, you're collecting loot, you're obtaining more resources, and eventually you can actually build a settlement in the game and control hundreds of people.
Yeah.
and send out armies, or reinforce your settlement, create laws and everything else within it, or you can run a whole slave empire.
Cool. Okay.
Very expensive, but you get to the point where you're kind of managing a city.
Yeah. The only time I really was into city building is this.
Fallout.
Well, no, that's settlement. No, actually, pure city building, where that was the whole focus of the game, was Pocket City on mobile.
Okay.
First one, really awesome. The second one took it to the place where I've always wanted it, where you build a city, but then you can drop your character in that city to walk around and do stuff in it.
It's kind of like how Roller Coaster Tycoon evolved into.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like, because you've always, like, I always think, I'm like, oh, this is cool, where there's this district here, and, like, when they do that, they can go to the train, and they can go to this parking lot and stuff, and, like, then you actually can drop your guy in, and he can go on the train, he can, like, grab a car, he can, like, go into a store. Every single store you can go into, you can buy a house in that game and decorate it. All on a, dude, I don't know. I'm just still amazed by mobile games that I always buy premium games because I don't want to deal with microtransactions and ads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just cool when someone that actually is not trying to just squeeze every little bit of money out of you makes a mobile game. Because you can do quite a bit.
And some games start off like that, and then they become the squeeze a penny.
Yeah.
That reminds me, though, the going into houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Starfield, one of the traits you can get is Dream Home, where you have like a $125,000 credit debt that's your mortgage that you got to pay off while you're playing the game. And it's a house that you can go, it's for people that love decorating a dream home, like the perfect house.
Myself? Okay.
Yeah. And setting up all your craft stations there, or like just making perfect dream home.
Yeah. That's definitely a trait I'm getting with loving parents. All right.
No, I'm curious about this. I might circle back to this one because I'm just curious. So Just Dance 2024. I haven't heard of, I guess there was 2023. I forgot Just Dance existed, to be honest. Curious to see what songs come up, because all the songs I know, well, let's just say that what people are calling Zoomers and everything else like that, they don't know the songs I know.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows AC/DC and Metallica and stuff like that, but if you get into like the stuff like Postmodern Jukebox and stuff like that,
Yeah.
that's kind of that weird millennial and just a little bit after niche is where the music that I listen to is at for the most part.
Yeah.
I do listen to a lot of older folk music, but
Yeah, it'd be interesting actually too, because it's like when you look at the top
I'm
20,
just wondering if it's gonna be like mumble rap songs and stuff like that you're supposed to be trying to dance to.
It's Baby Shark. You're dancing to Baby Shark?
I'd be that would actually get like a thumbs up for me if it had Baby Shark in there.
Well, also because trying to legally get that song is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can't even hum it on YouTube, and you get
And it used to blew up everywhere, and then one that I'm a big fan of because I played on the PS1, the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection. We talked about this last time, but it comes out on the 24th of October.
Oh, okay.
So any really old YouTube channel or any YouTube channel that's touched on retro games, you're going to see a lot of Metal Gear content at the end of October.
Sweet.
And it's actually a solid storyline.
Yeah, it always kind of was funny to me because it was like the Japanese interpretation of like American action movies, where it always was just like it's super anime style, but with American tropes.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah. And then after that, near the end of the month, we got Alan Wake 2.
Okay.
Which is the continuation of the game that was like mid to like late 2010s.
Yeah.
That came out in, and it's like the whole thing is like your weapon is your flashlight.
Yeah, they PS Plus a couple months ago for the preparation of Alan Wake 2 made Alan Wake available for free.
Huh.
Yeah. I played it a bit when I was a kid, but that was when I wasn't really into horror games, so I never really finished it, but I've only ever heard good things.
I'm into the VR horror co-op experiences as we walk to that one haunted house, as janky as that was.
Yeah, I know.
That was a fun time.
Yeah, I know. I just need to do that when like Kayla's gone, or something, because I hate the fact of, like, I clocked her one time. I can't do
Well,
it
at least you got
again.
a room for it now.
Yeah.
Like, you might want to take these down just in case.
Yeah, the posters in the back.
Yeah. But everything else should be fine. Maybe put a foam plume noodle right there where you're talking about. So you just don't punch your desk.
Oh my god, punching this for pure walnut.
Ugh.
Yeah, the controller breaking would be like the least of my worries.
Well, don't worry. The round part goes inward, so you just spear your knuckle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've thought about actually hooking up VR in this place.
Yeah, and you could do it right off the PC since you got it like there and all that, and you can play all the PC VR games.
I like this. All right.
Yeah. And you could modded Fallout PC VR.
I am
Skyrim.
staying away from Fallout.
Yeah.
I near the end, I loved it. I was just near the end, I was kind of getting like, all right, okay, I've been playing this for like months.
Yeah.
Kind of go at it just a bit.
And now Starfield's coming.
Yeah, and I told myself no, but it's pre-installed.
Yeah.
It's ready.
I told myself I wasn't interested either, and it was like 2 days ago, or no, it was like right after we did the last Texas Chainsaw Massacre session.
Yeah.
I was just like, I saw it, and I'm like, why not? Like, to me, it's just a filler game till Payday comes out. It's probably gonna take over for you.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like, yeah. Oh, did you see the video I sent you of they were wondering if Canada was alive and well in the Starfield universe?
Oh yeah. Oh but the poutine and everything else like that.
So for people that don't know, there's one space station where there is a vending machine that says like Canuck something, and you get like canned Canadian poutine and canned Canadian maple syrup and stuff like that. That's the only real reference to Canada.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're represented. I don't know. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy so much of that.
All right. So do you have anything else you want to touch on?
I think no.
All right. So I'll wrap that up with letting everybody know, since we're at the end of the recording, I was about to say stream here, but we stopped streaming after the first chunk there. So Payday 3 is having a 3-day technical open beta starting this week that you're listening to the recording. So the Friday that this goes live, there will be an open beta for PC and Xbox for you to try out the game, the heists that are going on, and this is almost as bad as the eye contact beta thing. Just like, all right, he's got his gut out and the shirt tied up in a knot to the side, and he's putting on a little show for me, trying to distract me.
But yeah, Payday 3 beta is coming out.
Yeah, so from Friday 8th of September to Monday 11th, ahead of its full month launch. So get a little bit of time in early. Probably won't have any progress carryover, but you'll get to try it out, see if it's up your alley or if the nostalgia's not worth it, or if it is. But anyway, this has been On the Rewind.
Thanks for listening to On the Rewind.